We're back, honey. Married at First Sight, episode 2. Let's go ahead and get into it. But like up the video while you at it.
How we get up, just call back, right back. We can spend, then get it right back, man. She just gotta want all of that. So that's why I bought.
Hey y'all, welcome back. We are here for Married at First Sight. We got to go ahead and get into it. So, y'all know Adam and Marissa was the last couple in episode 1 to get married, right? And what we learned as she's walking down the aisle, as he sees her walking down the aisle, they see each other, they laugh. She kind of stopped halfway because she recognizes exactly who he is. And he seemed to recognize her as well, right? So, what he lets us know is that they met at a bar a few years ago. And he said that he actually approached her and got her number. They exchanged numbers. I guess they had a little bit of chit chat, but they were too busy and they actually never went on a date. But he also goes on to say that he has thought about her since. I feel like he lying, because at this point, I do have a particular idea of Adam. So I'm not gonna hold y'all. He might not get a whole lot of grace from me because I just see him as a Caucasian F boy. Like it's just what it is for me. Like it's something about Adam, and hopefully we uncover it as we watch this season. Of course, after they marry, they go and they sit down, they talk about the gifts. She seems to be into the gifts that he's talking about, or at least the gifts that he gave her, the pickleball. She says that she likes pickleball, and I guess she plays it now. Maybe it's something she's done a few times here or there, but not as much. But either way, okay, cool. I hear a lot of good things about pickleball, and I might join me a pickleball community. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to do pickleball first before I go over to the tennis. Y'all let me know. She also learns about like the whole situation with the water gift or whatever. And he's letting her know, like, yeah, it's a lot of water. It's going to be a lot of water going on. So I can't wait to see how she feels about the house being on the lake. I think she may like it. I wonder if she's going to like it as it being his primary transportation. That's what I'm wondering. Is that going to be something that's going to get on her nerves that, oh, every time we go into the city, we got to get on the jet skis, or you're on the jet skis a little too much. So I just wonder how that's going to play into their situation, right? She does learn that he doesn't drink. She seemed to be on pause when she learned that because it's like everybody I know drinks. So what you got going on? What you mean you don't drink? Huh? What's that about? But he tells her he doesn't drink. She says, okay, how does your family feel about that? He was like, listen, my family don't matter. That's why they stay here. I got a piece of family in Budapest. I got another piece of family over there in Iceland. This person is over there. They don't give a damn. So nobody's really here for real, for real. So you're not meeting his family. And I feel like that should be a red alert. But in this moment, I feel like Marissa may just be in this place where she's just happy and ecstatic and can't believe that she's married. And then also she's married to a guy who she was once, I guess, interested in for her to give him her number. So she's probably in that headspace. But when the high comes down, I just wonder how she's going to feel about not seeing his family, not getting a chance to meet his mom, dad, sister, none of that. So that's what I'm wondering. Now we get Felipe and Tori. They're at their reception, and it's not a whole lot that's going on. I just wanted to highlight the fact that I really like the cute little speeches that her sister gave, his best friend gave, as well as his sister. I thought that was really sweet. I don't know. I'm like, okay, you guys, are talking about Felipe in an extremely loving way, and it's like maybe Felipe won't be as bad. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, his sister did say that he's a dancing machine, and Tori was so interested in the things that I would think she doesn't necessarily like. She's like, oh, I like dancing too. Oh, you like, because she said something else at the wedding that I think he's into. I don't know if he was a jokester or something he said. I think she was like, oh, yeah, I like that too. And then she's like, you're hot. And he's like, no, you're hot. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I wasn't expecting Tori to be on some Felipe is hot. Girl, don't hype that ego up. He already over here talking about women constantly approaching him, child. Don't get him too much. Okay. But we'll see. She might be a dancing machine with him though, right outside, dancing and dancing. So we'll have to see. I'm interested. I'm very interested in where this connection is gonna go. Y'all, why we get over here to Bella? I believe her name is Belle, Belle Jolie. We get over here to Belle and Mecca. Why Logic sitting down here talking to Belle like he already know her? Like, baby, Logic is one of those people who, in my personal, never meets a stranger. Because when he talks to him, he act like he already know him from somewhere. This man lets her know that he's a principal. And I was shook. I said, what? You a principal? I don't know why I thought you would have been a salesman. But you're a principal. Okay, got it. I wonder, is this elementary, junior high, or high school? I feel like it's more high school in my personal. But either way, let's get into it. So he's over here pretty much asking her, like, how she feels about his son. Like, what's she thinking him? Okay, so you like him or what? Is what he's saying. And she's like, she was trying to say, well, she hopes he doesn't feel embarrassed that she didn't kiss him or whatever. He cuts her off. And I said, you know what? You didn't ask this girl a question. Can you at least let her answer it? She's like, I hope he doesn't feel embarrassed that I did kiss. He was like, no, 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 no. Because see, I had told him he don't listen. I said, slow down, sir. Slow down. I told him to ask, but he don't listen. I didn't hear him say that, but maybe he did say that. Tell his son, like, hey, just ask her, But the guy, he had already been telling his daddy. Mecca was like, I'm just gonna go off the vibes, type of thing. Right? The fact that daddy sat up there and was like, he don't listen. It's just like, as much as I feel like daddy contributed to this young man's insecurities based on the women leaving his life because they couldn't deal with their damn daddy, I feel like daddy definitely affected him as well. And he don't listen. I said, damn, I wonder how much you be around or how much you were around the house, you know, having this young man feel like he got to be perfect all the damn time is what I'm wondering. But either way, she does go on to tell Logic on a scale of 1 to 10, she like him like a 9. It's a 9 or 8 or 9 is what she says. So I'm like, it was a 9. Now it's an 8 or 9. 8 or 9. So is it an 8 or 9 because you're hearing the daddy be on some what type of energy? I don't know. It was is it an 8 or which one is it? Either way, she said it's a 9, 8 or 9. I'm gonna say 8.5 is how she's feeling him. She says she loves his personality. He feels authentic and she likes him. She likes him. Daddy, like, dang. And it's like, are you supporting your son or are you hating on your son? I am confused because you being in her face isn't really giving a father-daughter vibe. It's like you trying to holler at her too. Like, y'all let me know what y'all see, because that's how I felt about it. Like, daddy, too damn comfortable. And it's so funny because I'm like, daddy, you sure you haven't done reality TV before? Because you are too comfortable, honey. All right, y'all. Now it's time for Nick and Courtney. Let's get into it. Now, Courtney, girl, there was a time where you had me side eyeing you, but we'll see, honey. Okay. So Nick and Courtney, he was previously on a few reality shows, y'all. And he's talking about how he's concerned about whether women would really want him for him or if they would want him because he was on TV and he's like a piece of a celebrity, like a D or F celebrity, right? Um, that is the biggest concern for me. Why do you keep I understand you keep going on these reality shows, and if most of them have been love shows, it's because you're obviously seeking love. But then at the same time, is it still you seeking love, or are you now seeking the clout of it all from going on these shows? Like, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I will have to see. He seemed to be very genuine this episode, but I don't know. I didn't see him on any previous shows before. I know you guys got in the comments and told me that he was on some previous shows and now it's confirmed on this episode, but he seemed like he was genuine. Y'all let me know from the history of what you guys have seen of him, right? Now, Courtney is given a very long list of all the things that she wants and does not want in her partner. All right. And what's interesting is or not interesting, but what's good is that they do align on quite a few things, right? Especially when she talks about the type of guy she wants that's conservative, not too liberal or whatever. And so Dr. Bronson is like, okay, well then, what type of conservative are you? What side do you lean on or something like that? And she's like, well, ask me a question. You ask me a question, which is what he should have told the other producer when it was his turn, because he couldn't even explain his. But she told Dr. Bronson to ask her a question and she could tell him what side I guess she's on or whatever, what side she leans more to. And so he said, January 6th, like, about I don't know how he asked it, but he brought up January 6th. And she said, remind me of what happened again on January 6th. He said, that says a lot. I said, it sure does. It does say a lot, at least for me. And I'm sorry. I have to say, like, for me, if you do not remember what took place on January 6th, it does make me feel like it's because you supported it. It's because I feel like I know who you voted for. It gives me that you be with the fuck shit. That's how I feel about that. And I don't know, maybe she needed a reminder for real. Maybe she got a lot going on. Maybe some stuff happened to where she really don't remember. But it's slick. Like, how can you forget? It was just a few years. Now, if it was something that happened decades ago, decades, a century ago, I get it. But girl, this was just a few. Girl, this was like what, 5 years ago? Like, girl, I can't. Anywho, we gonna move on. We gonna move on, right? So it's wedding time. Of course, she's back there with her family. He's back there with his friends. They're chatting and all this and that. I think one of the friends asked him about whether he had something prepared or questions or whatever to go to the dad with. And he was like, "No, I don't got nothing prepared. I just want to be authentic." And the friend said, "Okay, well, I guess we're different guys, because I would have had some prepared." Listen, I think you both are right. I think it's totally okay to not have something prepped. And I think it's totally okay to just feel the moment. So if he just wants to feel the moment, feel the vibes, get to know her first, and then see based on what he sees in that hour or so, he has questions for the dad, he'll have time for that. Like, y'all let me know how you felt about that. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. So it's time for her to walk out. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Even though I ain't like my girl comments, some remind me about January 6th, I was smiling the whole time. I was cheesing the whole wedding because I was cheesing at their wedding like I was cheesing at Belle Jolie and Mecca's wedding. Right? I'm like, okay, these two look cute. These two look cute. This really could be something we are going to see. They do seem to have a lot in common, which I felt like Belle and Mecca had in common. Please don't be the worst two couples on the show. Please don't be the worst. That would be terrible that I'm believing in y'all like this and y'all are the worst couples on the Please don't. But they are too cute. At this time for me, I don't really see any red flags. I mean, yeah, she does have this situation where she's afraid of people leaving her. So it seems like she might have some type of abandonment thing going on. I'm not sure, but that's what she's afraid of. She talks about how things may not have worked out in her past where I think guys may have cheated on her, and her, I guess reaction to that is doing whatever she could to make them stay because she doesn't want them to leave her. She basically doesn't want to be alone. Period. She don't want to be alone. And so I don't know, but hopefully this does work out. But the red flag that I would say is out there when it comes to him is going to be the reality shows. He seems to be genuine and all of that. When he learned that they may be bringing him, or that they found a partner for him or whatever, he looks like he was gonna cry. Seems like a sensitive guy, but at the same time, is you keep going on these damn shows, like you just keep. So, are you chasing the fame or are you chasing love? Which one is it? And that's something that Courtney is gonna have to figure out. But either way, I'm here for the coupling, honey. Let's see what's going on with this marriage, y'all. I like these two. I love that she told him, or at least he told her about, hey, I was a part of this reality show or whatever. And, I met my best friend. He happens to be a gay guy. He was catfishing, saying, calling me, Daddy Nick. I'm thinking it's a girl the whole time. Whole time it's not, it's him. Now, how that friendship developed, I don't know. But I kind of like the fact that this straight guy has a gay best friend. Like, you don't hear that often. You don't see that often. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anywho, child, I liked it. I'm liking these two. And she was like, listen, because he said it wasn't a dating show that I was on reality TV. It was more so like The Circle or something like that, he said. And so she said, oh, even if it was, it's okay. And I'm like, I kind of like that. But at the same time, child, she'll probably say anything because she don't want nobody to leave her. So we'll see. I'm liking them though. So now we meet Cameron and Michelle, and I don't think that they were they at the bachelorette events or the bachelorette functions. I don't recall seeing them. Maybe he was. Maybe I'm thinking about the rugby player or something. But either way, Cameron plays, or at least he used to play basketball overseas, I believe. He's currently a basketball coach, and he pretty much helps a lot of community college basketball kids make it over to college and hopefully have scholarships when they go over to a 4-year college, right? So good for him. All right. He says that he's never been in a long-term relationship before, and he used to be insecure about it, but now he's seeing that being in a long-term relationship is something that's very special, and he's not gonna get in one until it's special. So I guess it's special now. Okay, for him to jump into this marriage on Married at First Sight. He talks about this time where he kind of like tried to holler at a chick at a coffee shop because she asked him to watch her laptop for him or for her as she went off to the bathroom or whatever. And so I guess they exchanged numbers, but he said the girl ghosted him. And I would like to know, what did you do? Did you do something for her to ghost you? Or did she just give you the number because she was playing nice and didn't want to be rude or something like that? And then after you hit her up, she just never responded? I don't know. Interesting. We also meet Michelle. She's been wanting to get married for some time. She keeps bumping into the wrong guys, as a lot of the girls have. She talks about what she wants in a man. She wants him to be tall, into sports, wants to have kids, and Cameron wants all of those things. Now, she said that she was diagnosed with fibroids, I guess like when she was younger, and so she decided to freeze her eggs. So now she's at a place where, listen, I don't want to wait till I'm old to have kids. Like, if we can, make this thing shake in the next year or two, then let's do it. And that's what they're gonna do. All right. They get to the wedding. Everything is beautiful. I love that she came out there in the horse and carriage. Right. I said, I bet her daddy about got that for her. Her daddy about say, I'm gonna get that for you since I can't come. Her daddy also wrote her a letter too. It was really cute. Her daddy wrote her a letter. He's camera shy. He didn't sign up to be on camera and all of that. So he wrote her a really nice letter, and she was very tearful about it. I thought it was really sweet. I wish he still could have showed up and been there for her in that moment, but that's what she said. So that's what it is. They did end up getting married, and his mom was so excited. I love that for her. Hopefully it works out. All right, y'all. Let's get back into it with Adam and Marissa. So her best friend says that she likes to nap, right? So they're at the reception. Best friend comes up to give a speech. Two things she mentioned was napping and drinking. And those are two things that I don't think Adam's gonna like. Y'all know he kept talking about discipline and all of that. How you gonna have discipline if you always taking a nap? They are definitely gonna have some problems. But one thing Adam had to do before he left that reception, he had to make sure everybody know that he knows how to play the damn piano, baby. He had to get on there and play for the people. And you know what? I'm not even mad at him, honestly, because if I knew how to play the piano, I gotta show it off because not everybody know how to play the piano. So I get it. Now we meet Dr. Sean and Nikki. Girl, listen. We meet Dr. Sean and Nikki bitch. Like every time I say Nikki name, it's probably gonna be Nikki bitch. Because girl, listen. So they both have some things in common where they pretty much prioritize their careers more than I guess their relationships or whatever. They both want kids. She wants to be able to have her own kids. She doesn't know if that's gonna, be able to happen, I guess, based on her age. He says he's open to adopting and things like that. But he did say if we have a honeymoon baby, then I'm gonna be ready to raise the baby. Okay, so you let me know, I'm gonna be ready. Right? He does go on to talk about losing his virginity at 21 and not having sex again until 28. Now, that man is in a lot of control of himself if that happens. That also kind of makes me think that, and I could be wrong, he ain't hunching like that. So if she got a high sex drive or whatever, he not hunching like that. That may be another issue in a relationship. She wants a tall man. He over here as a short man. One thing about Nikki, she is a lot about perception. Perception and things is very, very important to her. And if that man is not tall, baby, she probably not gonna give him no chance. But he over there talking about he drawn to a boss energy type lady. I think he not only drawn to this energy as far as like career wise. She's a boss lady, but also because she's likely gonna be bossing his ass around. I think that's what he likes, right? So she talks about her mom and her dad being teenagers when they first had her and stuff. You know, they had a little struggle as a child, just like he had struggles as well with his family when he was younger. But either way, they're both doing great for themselves. She makes somewhere between 250 to $350,000. Okay. That's what she makes. And she wants somebody on that same level. And it seemed like she wasn't even willing to go with somebody that had 200,000. So Dr. Brunson had to ask her, like, what's up with that? And she says, listen, I work hard to be successful. Right. And with me making a lot of money, I want somebody on my same level that's making the same amount of money as me because I don't want him to feel emasculated based on what I got going on. She says, but you know what? For the sake of this show and for the sake of me trying to hurry up and get me a man, hand, listen, 200K is my floor, and I'm not going a bit lower. Period. Right? I feel bad for Nikki because I feel like the matchmakers have done a good job for the most part with matching people. I think the two most uncompatible people or incompatible people will be Adam and Marissa and Sean and Nikki. And I feel like my girl not really getting what it is that she want. Out of all the people that y'all have spread out across the damn table, you mean to tell me you couldn't find her a tall man that's making $250,000? You couldn't find a man that got some of the same thing. Y'all was just so ready to hurry up and hook Sean up with somebody. I need to understand more of the logic behind why they move forward with this decision. Okay. So either way, he says that he's very close to being a college president. So he's used to dating women that made more money than him because at one point, all he focused on, I guess, was doing his music or something like that or playing the drums. Then I guess he changed his career, worked on that. He grew. I can't remember what he does now. I think he is like a college professor or something like that. Or administrator. So now he's getting closer to being a college president. So if he becomes a college president, I do wonder he probably gonna be making more money than her. And y'all correct me in the comments. I'm not sure, but I would think they probably make maybe 300 to, I'm going to say 500,000 to be a college president. And depending on the college that he works for, he might end up making more money than her. So I don't know. Either way, they get to I think it's, yeah, wedding day. So her friends are there, and girl, they already upsetting her in my personal because y'all setting her up for a downfall, talking about y'all husband and him being tall, or at least talking about her husband. Oh, we already know he's gonna be tall because she got his wedding band and she put it on the finger. It's bigger than hers. So they're talking, and she thinks he's gonna be tall, and it's not gonna give that. And I really hate that for her. I really, really do. So she says it doesn't matter though. That's the crazy part. She's like, it doesn't matter. I'll receive him. However, God says that, however God made him, I'll receive him. Girl, please. You gonna be ready to receive other people's opinions about your situation, then you are gonna be ready to receive him. Now, he wrote her a beautiful card, thought it was really, really nice. And ultimately, he might be the best guy for her heart. That may be why they chose him for her. He might be the better guy for her heart, which are the things that you're gonna want in the long run. But physicality, he ain't really. I don't think he got what she looking for, but we'll see. And he gave her a really nice card, y'all. He gave her a pendant with their wedding date on it. It was beautiful, I will say. It was really, really nice. But let's get to Mecca and Belle, right? So Belle was over there telling her friends about him and how he looked. And when he turned around, she was like, oh my God, whatever, whatever. So she really think he hot. The gag for me was the other friends was over there like, mm-hmm. I was like, not y'all trying to slam dunk him tonight too, is what it was giving. Okay. But she also goes on. I think he comes and checks on her and asks her whether his dad was giving her a hard time. She was like, no, your dad was good. He actually was hilarious. And I said, oh, really? Okay. I'm glad he made you feel comfortable because I was over here giving daddy the side eye. So, his dad does take the mic, and when he takes the mic, I feel like daddy spent a lot of time embarrassing the boy. I feel like daddy, you don't be knowing how to be serious, and that's a problem with me. And I see that your son don't know how to be serious either at times because y'all joke too damn much. Okay, but either way, the daddy does like the daddy over there crying while he giving the speech, pretty much, talking about all his son's embarrassing moments or losses, the L's that he's taken or whatever. And he's like, all of the things that did not work out for you, I never thought that you would be a husband first. But at the end of the day, his dad does tell him what mattered to him the most was that he was a good person. That's all he cared about. So it is what it is. Things seem to be good over there. Belle's mom got up. She did a beautiful speech. She gave a beautiful speech to her daughter as well as him. I absolutely loved it. And I love that mama got up there with some no nonsense. Like, I don't play them type of games. So it was interesting to see the interaction with him and with, I'll say, Logic and Belle. I would love to see what the interaction is between Logic and the mama. Violent. Okay, because mama said my name may be violent, but I'm very calm and poised around this mother. Okay. I'm gonna get some order in this thing. Period. All right. But anywho, that's that. Felipe does a dance with his mom. It was really beautiful. Tori embraced the mom. That whole scene, like just their scene, I liked it. Nikki and Courtney, y'all. So Nick's friends is sitting up here asking her and her friends, like, have y'all seen him on a reality show? Did y'all recognize him? And they were like, no. And then one of the friends said, oh, he was on RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Girl, they thought he was talking about cars. She was like, yeah, we like cars. Yeah, my dad, we like racing cars, like the drag racing cars. We like So Nick was like, no, they're talking about a drag show. Something he said to her, right, about explaining what it was. It was so funny to me. Then his twin brother, I guess that's his twin brother got up there, he doing the speech, and he's like, listen, him getting married on TV is not a surprise because we know he loves the spotlight. I said, yikes, this is crazy. So now you got my girl Courtney over there like, I need a drink. I need a few drinks. I don't know what the hell going on. I don't know if this man really here for love for real. I do have a question about why the hell did you come back this route, back on TV to find love? Like, I'm with you. You asking all the right questions, Courtney. You not wrong in none of it. Cause as genuine as he may appear, you still got that popping up. Okay. Let's get to Sean and Nikki, right? So they get to their wedding day. And Nikki, first of all, before we even get into Nikki, the wedding day, Sean comes out. I loved what Sean did. Not only did Sean speak to his family, but you see them all the time. You're meeting these people for the first time. I love that he spoke to them. I love that he went over and shook the mama hand and he was like, you're the mom or something like that. She was like, yeah, I'm the mother of the bride. And then he said, what should I call you? She said, mother-in-law. And I was shook because I think he was asking for her name. So I was tickled about that or whatever. So he seems to be a very down to earth guy. I'm liking the vibe that Sean comes with. Um, he seems to be very laid back, just cool, just chill. Baby Nikki got out there. She's like, hi, hello, hello, hi, hi, hello, hi. She thought she was the baddest thing in the room, honey. Go ahead, girl. So she get up there. It's all quiet, silence. Nobody's really saying much. He just smiling, admiring her beauty. And she's like, okay, what do I do next? I mean, do I wait for my husband to come out? Like, what's going on? Like, what am I doing? The fact that you got up there and you said, do I wait for my husband to walk out? BIT, you've seen this show before. You know damn well that man standing up there is your partner. This damn show been on for 20 years. Well, at least I ain't gonna say 20 years, but at least 20 seasons, okay? This show has had 20 seasons run. I know you seen at least two. And if ain't no other man standing up there, and let's just say that ain't even, let's say she ain't seen that. Let's say she ain't never seen nothing. It's the fact that why would they have you walk out and then have your husband follow? Like you knew that was your partner. That was blatant disrespect. And when the lady told her, Nikki, meet your husband, Sean, or whatever, her face changed like a mother. She looked pissed. When she first got up there, I thought that she was excited. And I thought she was probably happy like with what she saw. No. I think that lady wanted a tall, slim, athletic built person. And I just feel bad for both of them. Cause I think she gonna give him hell in this. She seems like she's a very anal particular type of person. Um, and when you're paired with Child, I'm thinking about Love Island, and Casey and Anaya. When you pair it with a person that you're not completely like attracted to or whatever, you're gonna critique the fuck out of them. Left and right, left and right. This, that, beep, beep, beep. You smile too much. Why you doing this? Why you doing that? What's up with this? Da, da, da. And she finna wear Sean ass out. Understand me? She about to wear Sean out. And I hate it for both of them because it's like, damn, these people waited this long, prioritizing their careers. They finally get to this position where they can marry somebody. And for him, y'all really paired him up with who his ideal partner would be. But y'all didn't pair her up with who her ideal partner would be. And I just think that is so effed up in my personal. They may make it work. It's possible, right? Because a lot of times what you're attracted to physically is not what's good for your heart. It's not, it may not be what's good for you as a person based on you continuing to choose the same type of people and you get the same type of treatment. Maybe you should try something a little different, right? And all of the things that you yearn for or beg for from this type of person, maybe this guy gives you that. So I don't, and it doesn't mean that they're not attractive. There may just not be your typical type, possibly. I don't know. So I don't know. We're gonna just have to see how this plays out with them. But it's like, damn, these people this old, and you wasted their time getting here on this show to kind of play in their damn face. In my personal, to play in their face, especially his and especially hers. And I don't even think Nikki gonna try to really sit up there and act like she's into him. But again, she may try based on the time that she may spend getting to know him. They may have their hiccups, but again, she might realize this isn't so bad. You know, how he treats me, the things he does for me, how he's considerate, the way he listens to me. This is something that I've never gotten from anybody else. And those may be some of the things that may make her like him. Right now, I'm going to think that it's not going to be the things to make her like him at all. However, we shall see. And I just hate it for him. I do. Because he lost, and ain't nothing wrong with losing your virginity at 21. Ain't nothing wrong with that. 25, 30, 35, 48, whatever y'all want to do y'all thing. But I wonder, how was childhood for him? Was he always like the not attractive guy, less light, da, 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 you know? So to have a tough time growing up, you're 21, lose your virginity, then lose it again, which gives you probably a little inexperience, whatever. You do it again at 28. It just sucks that you get to this place and you this damn age and these folks done brought you on this damn show to play with you. But you also play with yourself because that is the risk that you take. But either way, child, that's all I got. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, honey. I'm Jamie, that's me. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Bye.